If you've ever wondered what over 100 PS4 sealed games looks like, no need to wonder no more. Take a good long stare at your monitor screens now. And for those that are interested, pause the video now to check out all the games in my collection. And as you see, I am in the perfect garment for the occasion. That's the way, I like it, Signed, sealed, and delivered. That's the way, I like it, First up to the round table, the Legend of Heroes, Trials of Cold Steel 2, and it's going for cheap at the moment, but you know with this industry, things can change at a drop of a hat, click of the fingers. This can easily go into the expensive category. You'll really enjoy it, especially if you are a fan of them RPG classics from back in the glory days. So this got brought back to life for the PS4, and Nihon Falcom revived this sequel because they were the developers, and it was published by Xseed Games and it was released 2019. Next up, a launch title which I still haven't completed yet, Knack, a Mark Cerny special. This is what many gamers went home with on day one when they got their PS4, along with Call of Duty Ghost, I bet. I think they were my first two games that I got for the system. Now this platforming gem is definitely one for the history books. Japan Studios were the developers and it was published by their very own Sony Computer Entertainment, and it was released 2013. Then along came the sequel, Knack 2, which again, I haven't completed it because I haven't played it yet, but I will once I finish Knack 1. Hopefully it won't be too long in the distant future. And it remained the same. Japan Studios was the developer and it was published by Sony, and it was released 2017. Next, Alien Isolation. One of them games with a lot of jump scares, so be prepared when you're playing this game. It received a lot of praises and I have spent a lot of time on it, and I can definitely see why many love it. So if you adore your horror games, I would highly recommend this in your collection. And you can play it now if you have your PlayStation Plus subscription. I think you have to be the extra tier because that will give you access to the game's catalogue. Now, Creative Assembly was the developer and the mighty Sega was the publisher, and it was released in 2014. Now, from one epic horror game to the next, we have another, Doom Eternal. So close to getting my platinum on this. I got one hand on the trophy right now. Every time spent and every time lost on this game was worth every minute. An absolute masterpiece and a must play for all first-person shooter fanatics. The legendary id Software brought this universe to life, and Bethesda Softworks was raking in all of that hard-earned cash from id Software because they were the publishers, and it was released in the pathogen year of 2020. And flying in next, we have Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown. Excellent game in every single way, and it's a great experience if you have a VR headset. I've been following this series for a long time. I think from Ace Combat 3 or 4, it always satisfies my needs. Bandai Namco Studios was the developer, and Bandai Namco Entertainment was the publisher, and it was released in 2019. And we have another immaculate Souls-like game, Neo 2, another game which is world class. Souls lovers will embrace this game with open arms and have a blast. Now you need a lot of patience to master the combat, but once you do it, it'll become like second nature and you will enjoy all of the experience it has to offer. And right now you can get this for a record-breaking price. I paid $9.99 and as you can see, I got it sealed. And this was developed by Koei Tecmo, and they also teamed up with Sony Interactive Entertainment for all of the publishing duties. And it was released in that pathogen year, 2020. Now I'm going to flip the script and end the video with an expensive lineup. Shadow Complex Remastered, a game that will blow a gigantic hole in your pocket if you seek to get this as a physical copy, especially if you want it sealed. Now, you're looking at a PS4 precious commodity. Chair entertainment with the developers and raking in that money machine company, Epic Games, was ahead of all the publishing. And this was released in 2016. Following up, the Nightfall, which is very costly to buy, brand new sealed. Now I didn't know much about this game until very recently, but there are much more inexpensive ways to venture into this universe. But if you want it brand new sealed, you will have to pay the price. Now, the developers were VIS Games and Pinhole Studio Limited, and we have a collection of publishers which were Silent Future and Iridium Media Group GmbH. And this game, The Nightfall, was released in 2018. So this game is a bit of a dark horse. Fast and Furious Spy Racers Rise of Shifter. Now say that with a mouthful, I dare ya. So this Fast and Furious game, I can really see evolving into a future hidden gem. It's affordable right now, but I keep seeing it slowly creeping up in price day by day. So if you're interested and you're a collector, I would advise you to just swipe this up while the going is good. Now 3D Clouds was the developer and it was published by Outright Games and it was released in 2021. So there it is for all to see, about 115 PS4 sealed games in all of its glory. And I always say, in order to be a true gamer, you don't have to have a massive collection of video games or a wealth of platinums and achievements. To consider yourself a true gamer, all you have to do is simply play the games. Okay guys, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Even better, subscribe. Till next time, see ya. That's the way, I like it,